a moment where the country should celebrate. The fact that you were able to rescue them, that it happened successfully in spite of the difficulty, the challenges, and the danger. But I just want to clarify on the issue of whether or not you had offered to send this rocket to space to rescue these astronauts sooner to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I heard somebody earlier today say, in fact, that didn't happen when I believe it did.
No, we definitely offered to return the astronauts earlier. There's no question about that. The astronauts were only supposed to be there for 8 days, and they've been there for almost 10 months.
Whoa.
So obviously that doesn't make any sense. SpaceX could have brought the astronauts back after a few months at most, and we made that offer to the Biden administration. It was rejected for political reasons, and that's just a fact.
Yeah. I followed this from the very beginning. Did America and the world make a mistake by slowing down, going to the moon and to other planets? Was that a mistake on our part? I mean, don't we have so many scientific and innovative breakthroughs every time we go?
Well, I think we'll have tremendous breakthroughs when we establish a city or a base and then a city on Mars.
Meanwhile, I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out. Just telling you.
Welcome to New York, where you cannot have a gas station for nice. Anything, nothing. You can't have shit nice in New York. This is the definition of you can't have shit nice in New York. Because they will f your shit up. I feel so bad for this Cybertruck. Whoever owns this Cybertruck, my mans, they hate you.
This makes me want to go get a Tesla.
Oh God! Hey,
I'm not responsible enough for electric car, but now I want to get a Tesla.
Hey, Elon, you see this? We want a Tesla.
Yeah, we'll take Teslas.
Yeah,
over
just
here.
go see like 4 Cybertrucks on
I
our
wouldn't
way.
mind one at all.
I promise you, I'm going to get a wrap same day.
And look, we could go viral because if somebody mess with our cars, we're going to be a little bit more different than the other states.
I'm gonna exercise my 2-way.
But
I'm drawing quick.
I see something that somebody else tweeted today. It said when the conservatives was mad at the brand Bud Light, they stopped drinking it. When the Democrats was mad at the brand Tesla, they start vandalizing and holding up swastikas outside the place.
Yeah, this is domestic terrorism we've been watching. Have y'all see that video of that Tesla dealership they set on fire when the cars was blown up?
If they did not get the astronauts back
for political reasons.
Y'all see what Greg Gutfeld said about Tim Walz when he was making fun of Tesla stock?
Like
this is not what men do. So this is why the Democrat Party has no men. What did he say? I'm gonna read it to you. He said,
"What would I like?"
This is the
Did
definition
Elon
of
side
envy.
with Trump during that time where they were trying to get them back? I know it's
they
probably
said
around
10
that
months
time.
though, bro.
10 months ago, I don't think he was.
Well, he wasn't,
So
but
why would that
he just
be?
did it last moment, bro. It was like soon as
decide?
It was a
September.
little sick. It might have been like
I'd say
3
around
months out.
July.
What do you mean did he side with him?
Like when
Trump, like, did
it was after he got the assassination.
Yeah, when he
attempt.
shot out his ear. And
It was
then
like
that's when he had
about a
the
month or
interview.
so after that.
Yeah, and he had the interview and everything.
That's when Elon started, being more like publicly
Vocal.
Trump.
So that's what I'm saying. What would be their political reason?
I have no idea, bro.
Elon 10 months ago.
I have no idea, bro.
because it wasn't probably NASA.
The fact that it was supposed to be 8 days,
They were out there 10 months. How did they survive?
astronaut food, that was probably literal torture.
But they said, time don't matter no more when you're in space. It's like,
No, I think it
goes
still
slower
matters.
or faster. Bro, that's a real thing. It's like time goes slower or faster in
So
space.
what you saying? They felt like they was out there for a month.
no, it ain't no
Shut your ass
interstellar
up.
type
Hey.
stuff. I think they felt all the months.
Anyways, man,
hey, they
nah,
said
bro.
that, bro.
It just pissed me
What
off
did he
on
say?
another level,
They
bro.
said in space it's supposed to be like time is more different than how it is on Earth.
Oh yeah, because we have the sun.
Yeah, it's like a different type of.
But that doesn't make it different that they was up there for. Yeah, no.
One more thing.
Greg Gutfeld was making fun of him. He said, "This is envy. This is not what men do." He said, "You're making fun of a man for being more successful than you."
But Elon just brought back people that were stuck in space. And look at Tim Walz. What type? Compare the man there. Like, really compare them.
I'm gonna keep it 100. There's nothing about Tim Walz that I want to be like. Ugly wife.
He was fake hunting, fake
I ain't
playing
gonna
video
speak on his
games.
kids,
and
but
lost to a woman
I could
Madden.
say something about them, but I'm not going
Like,
to.
I'm just, man.
He lost to AOC in Madden.
Bro,
But they were
60
fake
years
playing,
old.
but they were not really playing.
But still, at
You
the
wanna
end
know
of
what's
the day,
crazy?
he
The
lost to
controller was
AOC.
not on.
He lost to AOC in Madden.
I'm gonna
though.
keep it 100. The fact that he's the same age as Brad Pitt and he looks like that, and Brad Pitt like he do. I'm like, oh, but Brad Pitt's rich. I don't give a damn. I don't want to look like that when I'm his age. He looks like shit.
Tim Walz and Elon is just not even comparable.
This is how I know God is real. Because I was literally about to go to a sleep doctor because I really struggled to sleep.
He was.
And then we actually just happened to,
Ran across beam.
find out about Beam. And so I was okay, I'll try this first. And it has literally solved my problem. Like, I think the biggest keys here are what are the ingredients? We got the melatonin, the magnesium, and the theanine. All of those like combined, because I've heard of all these things separately, but when you combine them all, it's like you get in the bed and you feel like something's weighing you down. Like that's how you don't feel like moving. And then you wake up and
I remember you said that I felt like I sunk in the bed.
yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, and it helps
That's
me
crazy.
relax my mind before I get to bed. So you can turn on some Cartier Family, lay down, hit the Beam, go to sleep. All right, guys. So what you want to do is go to beam.com and put in the discount code Cartier, and that's gonna get you 35% off. That's not no little discount. That is a big discount, y'all. Beam is really blessing. It's a company that has value similar to ours, and they really just want to help. So 35% off with the code Cartier.
I always thought the left or the Democrats were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're
Whoa.
Yeah, this
firing
terrorist
bullets into
attack.
This is
dealerships.
domestic
I think
terrorism.
We just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here. I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy.
Actually, I'm sure he's got lots of evidence for that.
Look, I will be consistent on this. I don't think vandalism, I don't think violence is what you do to make your point. I've said that around January 6th. I've said it around protests, and I'll say it here. Do I agree what Elon Musk is doing with Doge? No. But what I would encourage people, and I don't even know if the folks who are doing the vandalism are actual Democrats or Republicans, but they're people who want to destroy our democracy as well. This is what I will tell folks. In moments like this, if you are so enraged that you want to act on something, you have a representative, you have a senator in Congress that doesn't have to be there any longer. You should go tell them that you are disgusted, to Sir Michael's point, that you don't like that they are not taking their congressional responsibility to heart and challenging the president and say, let us pass this law, let us repeal back this funding.
I respect that take.
But taking it with vandalism, don't agree with it, don't associate it with it.
I wonder how she felt during Black Lives Matter, though.
Well, she said that she didn't, but we didn't get to see what she said.
You know what? I can understand the flames, to be honest with you, because every day you hearing on TV, Nazis, 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 Nazis. I can see the outrage.
What do the cars
It's not a
have
good
to
thing
do
to
with this,
do.
though?
No, I'm saying it's not a good thing to do it. But
that's
like,
what happens when you
hear Nazi, he gonna stop democracy.
That's a
We're
good
gonna
point.
be in slavery. They're gonna deport all people out this bit. I ain't saying this right.
No,
now.
I see what you're saying, though.
I'm not gonna give them no slack and no like. I don't care about that, bro. You brainwashed. This man literally just brought back some astronauts. And Tim Walz and all these people that just are calling him Nazis is on a microphone talking. This nigga got a spaceship in space helping human beings that's from America come back home. And y'all believe in that crap? Nah, bro.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie. You
some
get caught
people-
doing that shit, you might need to.
Bro, you gotta, I always
I
say
don't know.
this, but these people believe that, you could change your gender. So I'm not, not surprised at this
the
point.
level of
I'm gonna forever say that. These people,
it's an unarguable point.
This funding, but taking it with vandalism, don't agree with it, don't associate it with it. It shouldn't be a part of the Democratic brand. It shouldn't be part of the
what's
Republican brand.
Black Lives
It's not
Matter?
an American brand.
So doubtful it's Republicans attacking Tesla dealerships around the country. It's pretty wild, actually. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure were Democrats who bought
Seattle.
in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations.
It's happening.
It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
Are
support.
you okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you.
He's finna get on her.
You don't need to be condescending to me.
I'm
So
not
let me
condescending.
educate you.
Oh,
about
shit.
You want to attack me? Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Scott got hot.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're a
He's
constant person
emotional.
who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
No,
John.
Scott couldn't do it today.
I'm so sorry.
On me.
I'm so
He didn't have his
sorry to
coffee.
say that people are legitimately upset. They're legitimately upset
And
at
it-
Elon Musk.
Legitimately?
And they're doing it on their own, but there's no
Legitimately?
reason to have violence in the country. But I just wish all of us would support criticism of, or would support punishing people who are violent wherever they are.
For what I understand,
letting
the
them
Teslas
out
will
of jail.
fall apart if you just leave them alone anyway.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really anybody really needs to
Just
do
wanna
about it.
bring
Just
up
drive
some-
them enough. Eventually, the things will start to just like
I do think
fall off the side. From what I've read, allegedly.
One thing that would, and I don't actually think anybody was both siding this, is I think one of the ways to actually move past this is not to be, I don't know who these people are. I don't associate with them as Democrats. They're wrong. I don't know who the January 6 people were. You don't associate with them as Republicans.
part of the problem.
They're wrong. And that is the fact. That is it. Right is right, is wrong. And I think when we try to over-politicize things, that's when tensions get high, and that's where we are in this country.
Oh, wow.
Both sides feel unseen, unheard, and they're taking violence to express themselves, and that's not what we should be about.
Oh my God.
Goodness
I ain't gonna lie, that
gracious.
lady, what's her name? Nero, whatever. I don't really like her. The way she just kind of downplayed the fact that cars are being destroyed, people are being harmed and vandalized over a disagreement in political. Like she talking about, well, it's opposition. There should be criticism. What? So that justifies domestic terrorism and destruction of property and putting people's lives at risk for driving a car that someone you don't like.
You know how
What?
much money Tesla probably could bring America though? Like it's the #1 electric car, probably. I'm not saying the world because there's some good ones, but it probably is.
I think
in the
it is
world.
in the-
It might be
electric-
the #1 in
electric-
the world.
yeah.
Yes, actually.
Well,
so,
is
and it's
it?
American made. So
And you also
I
got to
thought
think,
Lucid was.
all the climate activists
Tesla
loved Tesla a year ago. And on top of that, it's like a kid. Like when a kid does something bad, but they did this to me. But on January 6th, y'all did this. Da-da-da. When we're sitting here talking about the problems that are going on right now, you bring up January 6th. Like that, come on.
Well, we know J6 was entrapment.
And we know that there was FBI agents planted. Democrats have came out and said that.
And some people can still think it was wrong. Scott said,
He still think it was wrong. Okay.
it was.
So what does that have to do with Scott? Nothing. Like
I just
we're
think
talking
Elon-
about this, and they said, well, remember the one time the Republicans they did this.
People
Like
are
that's crazy.
They're outraged when this is all the Democrats' fault by fear mongering on Elon Musk.
With
It's
the
literally
Nazi
their
Hitler
fault.
stuff.
Like,
Yeah, man, this stuff is a joke.
so why? I don't even understand why they're talking when it's literally their fault.
I don't understand how she just goes off and downplays the fact that we're literally watching domestic terrorism unfold in our country. a literal car dealership was set on fire.
And your first response is to say, well, the Republicans on January 6th.
And they all got punished for that. Like, some of them spent years in jail and lost their lives, their jobs, their homes. They lost everything. And now she's talking about,
They didn't burn
what
the
about
building.
January 6th?
They didn't.
They didn't burn the
The
building.
most delusional group, the climate activists, was all for the Tesla.
All for the Teslas.
This was
Let's go to
supposed to-
California and count the Teslas. What state got the most Teslas?
Cali.
Like, I mean, this shit is crazy, man. They're actually delusional. Elon Musk said it best. They're delusional. He brought back the
Said mental
astronauts,
illness.
and that's a W, man. I mean, it's a W after W with him.
I
People
want a
are
Tesla
just-
so bad now.
Nah, bro.
I'm not
Hey,
Keep it
responsible.
100, guys. Well, if you got the home charger,
If you got the home charger,
it's good.
and you're
But if it's not-
responsible.
If you don't got the home charger, I would not do it.